another day, West Texas, and welcome to the Connect Show. Of course, I'm with my business bestie, Shauna Garcia, and we were getting caught up before we came on air with Dontera Terrell, who is our guest co-host today. And I said, Shauna, introduce yourself to Dontera. And she said, hi, I'm Shauna. I've been with Natalie forever. Ding, 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 ding. So yes, my business bestie's in the building. And of course, our girl, Christy Jo Lightfoot, she's going to be in and out today. She's having issues with her power and technology, right? And this is going to be good as we talk to Kat Shelby over the next few weeks about tech tips. Last week, she shared about virtual meetings, how people are hopping online to do work, and some people are unable to work because of their internet connection. So Christy Jo, I'm going to link you with Kat, girl. And sometimes that happens living out in the country. But Dontera, so happy you're here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here. So excited.
Oh man, I just can't even believe I get to see you face to face for the first time, right? We've been able to talk through social media, internet, all of those things. But girl, your resume is outstanding. Okay, so let me just give you all your flowers right now. You have your work's been seen on VH1. MTV, the Grammys, the Recording Academy, and of course you worked for BET for a while, and even bylines on Shondaland. But your most recent role was as editorial director on the Oprah Winfrey Network with that hot new show called Black Love. It's getting more and more popular season by season. So I want to hear all about you building your own brand.
You know, honestly, since I am in journalism, I think long-term goals in terms of, do they have a story to tell? That's the beauty of storytelling. So you want somebody who's authentic, who sort of connects with the audience, and you have a conversation. I think I learned early in my career, having those canned surface level conversations just didn't do it for me. And it was a disservice to the audience. And also just being fluid in our just connecting with each other, talking, as opposed to, okay, question one, okay, question two, make sure you get all your answers in, as opposed to, oh, okay, so tell me more about this, expand on that. So people who are willing to talk, I'm always willing to listen. And so I love what I do, because then I'm able to transform or translate their story to the masses, to the audiences. And also, you know, sometimes I look at trending and conversation starters. I know some of my recent interviews, let's say for 2020, have been capitalizing on anniversary pieces. So I interviewed Jermaine Dupri. Mariah Carey is one of my favorite entertainers, singers, yours too. And so it was the 15th anniversary of We Belong Together. I can't believe it's been that long. So I interviewed him and was able to learn more about the process behind penning the piece and what it was like in the studio, that energy. Destiny's Child with Destiny Fulfilled, that was like their last studio album as a group. So I was able to interview producers on that project and get some of the behind the scenes. So yeah, I like to capitalize on those opportunities as well.
Well, it sounds incredible, and I can't even imagine all the stories that you have to share and experiences that you've had. But you've worked with some really big networks like OWN and BET. What encouraged you and gave you that courage to step out on your own and just navigate in life? What does that look like for you?
I was going to say the encouragement part was just life to allow me just to sort of step out on my own. And also, look, I'll just put a full disclaimer out there. The way I think about it, like right now, I feel like I'm in a great space. I'm not married and I don't have any kids. So pretty much I'm just focusing on, I just have me to worry about. So I feel like honestly, it's like really no excuses, like just go after it and make it happen. And with 2020, it's so like everything is just sort of at your fingertips. You don't no longer have to be, oh, I have to fly to LA or I have to fly in New York. Like right now, everything is technology based. So I think that's how sort of I'm navigating life. And also that was like a source of encouragement to step out on my own. And also I lost my mother. And I think that was the biggest sort of learning lesson for it all. Like once I lost my mother, it was like game on. Because it happened so suddenly. So I'm like, life is not promised. And my mom did have a lot of regrets. And she sort of listened to what other people said as opposed to what her heart said. In terms of like choosing her career and her happiness. So with that, I sort of take that with me. And like, if the going gets tough, I just always like reflect back on that.
Oh, and she is so proud of you.
Yeah. And you utilize your resources to the best of your ability. And it's a mindset. And you definitely have that power going on in your mind for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Look, and I needed that little encouragement today because I got a lot of rejection and no's today. So
it's a not yet. It's not right now.
Yeah, right now.
Right. I love that. Well, Shauna, we have a fun show today, as you know, and so many great guests. So Dontera, you're going to be sticking around all half hour, and all the girl power you need on your Saturday is coming up next. But first, here's this week's Minute with Marcy.
Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Minute with Marcy. Today we are talking Aqua Gold. This is one of my very favorite procedures that we offer at MC Aesthetics. I try to do one about every 6 weeks or so. It really helps with the integrity of my skin, and when I haven't done one, I can definitely tell a change in the way that my makeup goes on. So Aqua Gold is this little reservoir, this cute little tool, has a reservoir, and whatever we put in this reservoir is channeled through 24 karat gold needles. So in our Aqua Gold, our golden cocktail consists of PRP, so we do a quick blood draw and get your platelet-rich plasma. This is going to regenerate the skin 50 times. It is amazing. We also put a little bit of Botox or Dysport in there. That's going to help to minimize your pores. We also use a little bit of a soft hyaluronic acid filler, which is going to give you kind of that filter look. It just gives your face a softness and a glow. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week for another Minute with Marcy.
Well, she started about a year ago, first as a balloon business, but today, Party with Float is a full-service party planning company that can help you from start to finish. So, Haley, welcome to the show.
Hi, happy to be here. Thank you.
Yes, how was your Thanksgiving?
It's great. Loved it.
Well, yes, it's Cyber Saturday. I don't know if that's right. Cyber Saturday, Cyber Monday, but people are looking to just level up their spaces, level up their options to purchase, and maybe find a neat, safe way to get family together and make it beautiful. That's where you come in.
Absolutely.
And you know, Haley, today we're talking about risks. Right? So you and I got to visit on the phone before today. And I love how you shared that you and your sister started this whole thing with just cash.
It was so important because we were able to grow and adapt and really connect to who our audience was and how we could better serve them. Had we had a loan or an overhead or something like that, I feel like we couldn't have grown as organically as we did. The float that started a year ago is totally not the float that you see today. We definitely started out as a hobby, and we love that. We never want to lose that passion that we had for float that we did in the beginning days. But we were able to pivot and kind of test things out. And if we had this big loan hanging over our head, I don't think we would be been able to really test the waters and move and adapt to our clients, or really hone in on what we could do and how we could serve our clients the best possible way. So, yeah.
Well, Haley, you've touched on it a little bit, but and so many people, I think they get hung up in the beginning of trying to make everything look as pristine and professional in the very beginning. Yeah. And you guys decided to not concentrate on that and just get out there.
This wasn't my first go at a business. I actually had a photography business before I started this. So I knew when I started this that we really wanted to focus on being different and standing out and what we're going to serve and how we're going to be different than the other people that are doing this already. We really wanted to focus in on how we could serve our clients better. I know I feel like a broken record, but that's our main thing. We want to celebrate. We want to spread joy. We want to have fun doing it. And so we didn't want to come off super flashy at first. We just wanted to hone in on how we could best serve the party industry and just have fun and let other people have fun as well. So.
Awesome.
Yes. And you actually spoke a bit about it, but how has your background in photography helped your business overall?
When I knew that I wanted to start a business, I knew I needed to be able to take good photos because I knew that was the way I could sell people on what I have to offer, because you can have the most beautiful thing in the world, but no good photo of it, and it falls flat, you know? So with our business, the fact that I have an eye for a photographer, I'm able to set things up in the right lighting or in the right way that I know is going to translate well in person, but also on camera. We do balloon garlands. We do home installations, like balloon garlands on the exterior of your house. We just now have helium balloons, so we can do balloon bundles and those fun jumbo balloons with the wording on it and the fun tassels. We do all of that.
All right. I love it. Party with Float. Check out their Instagram. Website's coming soon. Thanks, Haley.
Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. And coming up next, if you missed the Midland Pop Spot, several of the vendors are going to be checking in all December. But today, Liza Yates is talking jewelry. We'll be right back.
Spend more time with your family this holiday season and let Southern Class Delivery Service do the work. Southern Class is different from the other delivery services because we deliver from any business and we deliver to areas that others don't. We are also the only local, female-owned service of its kind. We deliver to businesses, restaurants, and companies that need items in a hurry. Find us on Facebook at Southern Class Delivery.
Liza, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. So happy to be here.
Yes, I'm excited too. And girl, it's time to shop for holiday gifts. And as you know, a beautiful pair of earrings can take your entire vibe to the next level, right? It's like, oh,
Absolutely.
I'm Natalie 1.0 or I'm Natalie 2.0.
That is, I'm all about when you travel and stuff. I just pack some kind of simple things, switch up the earrings. It's like a whole new outfit. You're done.
Man, and you're the queen of the castle because you are here today from the Metroplex to share more about what you have for us this holiday season. So what are the hottest looks that you have right now that we can go shop with you?
These are called the Columbine earrings. And the great thing about these is that my age, around like my parents' age, grandparents, like really truly even my mom and my grandma, these are their go-tos, and same with mine. And there's something kind of cool about that. So, I mean, when I have guys that are asking me, what do I get for my mom? Things like that. That's like always my go-to. Everybody always loves that one. Same with something like kind of small, like studs. I mean, last time I was in Midland, and then the butterflies as well. But last time I was in Midland, I mean, those two sold out like crazy. I think that they're such good like stocking stuffers, things like that. And so I do kind of ramp up the amount of studs I have coming up to Christmas because I think it's a really easy kind of like, small little gift to do.
Yes, I absolutely love the jewelry. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so your niche is really focused around weddings and bridesmaid earrings. How did that become your thing?
Yeah, so really when I started the company, actually, I really was just I've always been fairly crafty. I just kind of was making stuff for myself and for friends. And then people started to ask me if they could buy things off of me, and which I happily did for a little while. And as it just kind of snowballed, mother of pearl was something that always just really attracted me and was really like kind of an inspirational material to me, that and just some like different natural stones. And I think that it just, just so happens that really, I think is so flattering on everybody. I think that the white, and especially with like the kind of iridescent mother of pearl, I think it's flattering on everyone's skin tone, everyone's hair. And it kind of makes it pops off of every bridesmaid dress. And so those like, that kind of started to be the trend a little bit, which was great because that was already kind of what I was inspired by. If you're wanting to spend, $15 a bridesmaid or $75 a bridesmaid, I do 25% off for all styles if you're doing, wedding orders. And so, and it's kind of a one-stop shop for brides too.
I love your earrings, and my girl Natalie is the one that taught me to accessorize, so I have to give her credit to do. But one thing that I think is really cool is you don't just concentrate completely on women. You do have men things too, like the cufflinks. So tell us a little bit about that.
I do. Yeah, it kind of was, that kind of evolved. It was a little bit of a collaboration with a friend of mine that he was getting married and he had tons of groomsmen and was trying to figure out what to give them for gifts. And I kind of been thinking about just the way, I have two brothers and a dad. And so, I always know what to get my mom. The others a little more difficult.
Liza, thank you so much for sharing today. You guys go check Liza out. How can they shop with you this weekend?
You can go to LizaYatesDesign.com and shop online, as well as follow me on Instagram at Liza Yates Design. And you can kind of see some new designs that'll be coming out and new styles as they launch up until the holidays.
I love that. I love it. I love it. And the cufflinks, I was sold at cufflinks. My husband, he came into the scene, honey, and he had on these cufflinks. I was like, take me now. Just take me now. I love it.
Talking about a guy in a tux, you know. I feel ya.
Well, you're awesome. You guys check her out. We are going to take a quick break. Check out this week's tech tip with Kat Shelby.
This week's tech tip is all about utilizing a cloud-based phone system in order to communicate easier with your clients and to improve your customer satisfaction. One of the huge advantages of a cloud-based phone system, such as Nextiva, is that your clients can pick how they want to communicate with you. So whether that be by them picking up and calling you on the phone or sending a text message directly to your business number, also known as business messaging. In this day and age, if a client has a quick question, they're going to want to just send you that text and get a reply back. And you would be able to reply either via the mobile app or via your desktop apps. A couple other advantages of a cloud-based phone system is that they're feature-rich, they're easy to integrate, and they're generally way more cost-effective than your traditional prem-based phone systems.
2 years ago, Ashley Coulon took the leap of faith to publicly sell the vintage pieces that she had been curating over the years. Okay, and the next thing she knew, she had a full-fledged business. And I know you want to say, Ashley, thank you publicly to your husband right now, because he's the one that told you to go out in that garage, clear out all of this stuff, and now it's turned into a fun business and passion for you. And so I just take that as just never give up. Never give up. Welcome to the show, Ashley.
Thank you for having me.
So talk about how you got into curating vintage pieces. Where did the interest come about?
So I've always had a passion for interiors. And back in college and in our early years of marriage, we didn't have any money. So I did what anybody would do. And I started buying secondhand and doing estate sales and thrifting and junk shops and dumpsters, basically. And I loved it. I get so much more excitement, like hunting down something that I specifically want rather than like going to Target or Home Goods. But that's where it started for me.
Well, I think whenever you're talking, what popped into my mind was one man's junk is another man's treasure. That saying. And so I think that is exactly what you're doing is you're making someone else treasure.
Yeah.
You know? So your unique pieces, and I think your motto is quality over quantity. So just tell us, how do you pick your pieces? What are you looking for?
So the more that I did it, you kind of train your eye to recognize certain makers or certain materials and stuff like that. The more your eye is trained to see good pieces, you can kind of just scan the racks pretty quickly and notice like, oh, okay, that's a vintage or antique wood, or that's a really cool mid-century piece that's actually high quality. So just exposing yourself and exposing your eye to good quality things, over time, you kind of just recognize what's good and what's not so good.
So we have so many collectors out there that do not know what to do with pieces they've acquired. You say you get excited to collect and be patient in the hunt, but what advice do you have for women to turn their curation into a business?
Find what you're passionate about. It may be makeup or home interiors like me, or cooking, or if you have a passion for it and you kind of I wake up at 5 a.m. and that's when I can focus on what I want to do, because I have little kids and they are demanding come 7 a.m. So find what you're passionate about and invest some time into it. And you'd be kind of surprised how quickly people are willing to encourage you and support you. And I sell mostly on Instagram, on Coulon Collective is my handle on Instagram. And things sell relatively quickly. I've been really blessed in that So the things that aren't selling on Instagram, I've just created a link to a shop through my Instagram account. So you can shop existing pieces through Instagram that way.
Wow, I can't wait to check out all of your things. I got to go through my house, make sure I don't have too much gray. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need help with your home, if you need some unique pieces, Ashley has got you covered. Ashley, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Pull up, girl boss, and join the show. That's right. It's time for your 5 minutes of fame with the hosts of the Connect Show West Texas. Yes, every week we bring in one VIP influencer to bring the magic. Register today at theconnectonline.com.
Well, Jennifer, welcome to the show.
Hey.
So excited. You just had your biggest event of the year during COVID with the company, People Party Productions. And this entire concept all started with one pop-up market.
Right.
You do have a degree in graphic design, but all of this has turned into a People Party production.
I started from a pop-up market. I had a full-time job and curated the market as a creative outlet for myself to sell things. And, it was like pretty informal. And then I just realized it was a platform that was really needed for creative makers and creators to sell the product. So I needed some FAQs because I started getting stuff in my text, and so I created a website for launching our applications to do the markets. And over time, it evolved into promotions, marketing, including the venue that hosted us.
How have you gone about creating your community? I know you talked a little bit about it, but how has that community really developed?
Yeah, so the community really developed organically through our markets. But what I really quickly realized was that at these markets, we would all run into each other. A lot of us were already moms working from home. We had degrees, but we were trying to do the side hustle. And we weren't really able to connect at our markets. So we actually went into producing quarterly mixers. Services that we offer are creative studio sessions here in the studio. So we have like over 300 props where if you have a small business and you need some visual content, we can do the photo shoot for the small business here. They can even drop off the product or they can just rent the space. So, we're based here in Abilene, Texas, and so they can rent the space that way, but also our social media management. So we can do that virtual, curating the content, creating the content, or if they want to do it themselves, then we can consult with them on how to do that. If you want to know how it is that you can grow your community where you're based out of, and let's talk to you about some creative strategic ways that we can partner with you or give you some ideas on how we worked together and tapped into different markets in different cities, even though we're based here in Abilene. So, yeah.
Thanks so much for being with us today. You guys check out our Instagram, check out the website, get all you need to know. And we're closing the show today with a local superstar. She's gone from Dancing with the Stars on ABC to dancing in her own studio right here in Midland, Texas. We talk to Kelsey Tanner next.
Welcome to the Connect Network, where we bring you girl bosses month after month after month at our masterminds. If you are ready to expand your circle, join the Connect Network's membership today.
Well, Kelsey, welcome to the show. I love your story. You were, okay, ladies and gentlemen at home, if you don't know, she was picked to be on Dance War, which was like the precursor to Dancing with the Stars. And you later were able to tour with the actual show, Dancing with the Stars, that's on ABC, and fill in for the stars on the show and during practice. Lots of travel from Midland, Odessa to Hollywood until COVID, right? So talk about how all of this started for you. You say dance is in your blood.
It is. I have literally, I've been raised in a dance studio. I cannot have a single childhood memory that does not involve a dance studio. So it runs through my veins. And after moving to Midland officially, I wanted to share my passion for dance and teaching dance and just create a family orientation for kids and adults. And it's been a long dream of mine, and I'm so happy that it's finally happening.
Kelsey, one of our business besties, Christina Lee, has always told us how unique and wonderful your studio is. So first of all, tell us what sets you apart from the rest, and then tell everybody about the space that you're renovating and what we can expect to see there.
So what sets us apart from other dance studios in the area, we are the only studio that offers a full adult program as well as a program for children. And in our journey to expansion, I told my husband that I wanted to renovate a new building, and he told me that I was crazy, but he would do it anyway.
You're taking weddings from fun to fabulous. You know, the bust out and the choreographed dance is amazing. Like, I absolutely love that. Can you talk about the opportunity there?
So I started choreographing dances for weddings. I don't know if you guys remember Duck Dynasty, the show that was, I can't remember what network, but Willie's son came to me and asked if I would choreograph his wedding dance. And I had so much fun doing that I decided to offer that as a package at our studio. Whether you are wanting dirty dancing style with the arm coming down, or you just want something classic and simple, we can do everything, whatever style you're wanting to do. And I look at all of my brides' Facebook pages, and the best pictures from their wedding are from their wedding dance, just looking happy. And it just kind of seals the deal. And it's something that's really important to me, because I did not get to have a first dance because my husband can't dance. So I wanted everybody else to enjoy that special moment, but I told him on our 10-year anniversary, I'm making him dance with me. So
what do you say to parents that are like me? We've really been socially distancing this entire time. How are you going to keep our kids safe?
So we actually are creating spaces in the studio that it helps the kids feel like they're still a part of it and not having to be at home, but we're creating that nice distance. There are some children and some adults who are not as fortunate to be able to come into the studio. So now they have an opportunity to tune in whereas they weren't able to before. And I really think that it's a wonderful opportunity for everyone to just stay on the positive and just tune in and dance.
AK Dance Team, make sure you check them out on Instagram. And of course, you can visit their website. If you want more girl boss power, join our membership today at theconnectonline.com. And Dontera, real quick, if people want to discuss collabing with you while you're over at OWN and MTV and VH1, and you're partnering with all of these big companies and networks, how can people partner with you?
Well, you can shoot me an email at dkt@donteraterrell.com or follow me on all social media at Dontera Terrell.
All right, ladies, make it a great Saturday. We'll see you right back here next week. Bye-bye.
Stop Checking Your Likes is the hottest must-read of the moment. This is not a book about social media. It's about shaking off that need for approval and living your incredible life. Available everywhere books are sold.
You don't have to be a celebrity to feel like one. Our top-of-the-line Russian hair extensions provide a more natural feel, faster blow-dry time, and a full wait line. Real MC hair extensions are available to all stylists, and all extensions are available the same day. Come in and feel the difference for yourself.